What's up, lore masters? In today's video, we'll be discussing an idea that was given to me by a fan on a recent live stream. I'll be investigating the character of Doctor Agnus, otherwise known as Star Trek's Kaylee. Could this character, who seems to be shy and unassuming, actually be a Romulan spy? Let's take a look. Now, before we break down her specifically, let's consider the Romulans. Spoilers for those who haven't figured that out yet. As we know from Star Trek's Picard, there has either been a subsection of the Tal Shiar that existed, or perhaps a power behind the throne that actively seeks out AI and attempts to destroy it. This subset of the Romulan secret police appear to act like any other part of Romulan culture. When dealing with them, it's like playing chess. So in that vein, regardless of whether a blunt instrument should be used or not, Romulans generally always play by a move-counter-move technique. Instead of all-out attacks, they would much prefer to infest and work in the background, taking time for their plans to come to fruition. So with that in mind, let's consider this AI-hating subsection of the Tal Shiar. They want to not only destroy artificial intelligence and cybernetics within Romulan borders, but also Klingon Federation and others as well. Keeping Romulan robotics and cyberneticists down would be pretty easy though, that's home territory. However, it would take much more finesse to manipulate the technology-heavy Federation. Arguably, we are looking at several decades, at a minimum, to get those into positions of power to stop improvements of AI. It would also make sense to get people not only within Starfleet that would shut it down, but also within the Daystrom Institute. By installing operatives on both sides, you can ensure that advancement would be limited, if not completely stalled. We know the head of Starfleet security has been compromised, and so it stands to reason that the Daystrom Institute similarly would be infiltrated. Hell, it's not only reasonable, but probable that the Tal Shiar would make these moves. Let's look at Agnus. We don't have a ton of information on the character, well, just yet. However, we do know that she's the leading cybernetics expert on Earth and is head of the cybernetics department. What little of it that exists. She also comes off as a bit shy and unassuming. The woman doesn't appear to fight for the right to do further experiments when it comes to androids. Yet she's so passionate. So why doesn't she push back on her own department? It's odd. The other piece to look at is her entrance during the attack on the Picard mansion. While the assault occurs, Picard and the two best characters in the entire show repel the initial attack by the Tal Shiar. And then, the stealthiest attacker that has ever existed walks in and is about to kill them. Agnus suddenly appears and yeets him from his mortal coil. There are a few questions here. Where did the Romulan blaster rifle come from is one. To be fair, we do see one Romulan that is shot and is sent outside the door that she uses to walk through, so it's possible he dropped it. But wow, are those some quick reflexes if that's how Agnus got it. We see the last Romulan come in, about to what the fuck McPone, Picard, and crew, only to immediately be dispatched. So what happened here? Did the quote-unquote cyberneticist just walk up, grab the gun, and shoot the guy like a boss, then freak out? At that time, she could have been running on adrenaline, true, but what about arriving to the entrance right before she got there? You're telling me that she came up upon the huge mansion that Picard has, the one with stairs and a huge field, didn't notice anything was amiss, and decided to call Starfleet security. She just walks up, sees a stunned body, grabs the blaster rifle, and becomes Rambo. Beyond being exceptionally proficient with a weapon she apparently has never used, she honestly takes her first kill of another being in stride. I mean, sure, she initially freaks out, but she gets over it very, very quickly. Most humans, even evolved ones, take their first kill very poorly. She then is able to use this murder to insert herself as a part of the group. These are a lot of conveniences for there not to be something more. And honestly, in the end, based on everything we've seen, it makes more sense that she joins Picard in order to kill the destroyer of all worlds. But I don't know. These are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next Lore Reloaded.